Assalamualaikum
Assalamualaikum
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh,
wabarakatuh,
everyone.
everyone.
So
So
this is
this is the
fourth
fourth
episode,
episode,
and
and
let's
let's
just
just
dive
dive
into.
into it.
Okay, the
Okay, the
first
first
thread
thread
is
is
one
one
mindset that I
mindset that
want
I
to
want to
enhance
enhance
is that
is
the
that
first
the first
version of
version of
everything will
everything
be
will be
best.
best.
Only gets
Only gets
better
better
after it
after
has
it
been
has been
tested.
tested.
So
So
test
test
quickly.
quickly.
So
So
this
this
thread
thread
came
came
when
when
I
I
was
was
trying to
trying to
make
make
my
my
old
old
emails,
email to
then
then
gave
give
it
it to
hospitals,
hospitals,
old
old
emails,
emails to
hospitals.
hospitals.
And
And
after
after
I
I
tried
tried to
send
send
those,
those emails,
so I
so
make
I
the
made the
first
first
draft,
draft,
right?
right?
And then
And then
I
I
send it.
send it.
And then
And then
afterward I
afterward, I
think that,
think that,
hey,
hey, I think
this
this
part can be
part can be
better.
better,
And I
and I
send it.
send it.
And
And
I
I
also
also
made
made
a
a
mistake
mistake
there,
there,
but
but
yeah, I
yeah, I
think
think
that's the
that's the
whole thing
whole thing
about
about
doing
doing
everything. It
everything.
is
It is
just
just
as
as
quickly as
quickly as
possible.
possible.
With that,
With
we
that, we
can make
can
it
make it
better and
better and
better
better
faster.
faster.
And
And
I
I
believe
believe
that
that
is
is
one
one
mindset that
mindset
we
that
have
we have to
foster,
foster,
which is
which is
test
fast
as
as
quickly as
quickly as
possible.
possible.
That
That
is
is the
that
mindset
at
that
least
at
I
least
want
I
to have.
want to have.
Because
Because
second is
second is
when it
when it
hurt,
hurt,
it
it
feels
feels
hurt being
hurt being
blocked by
blocked by
something.
something.
Okay,
Okay,
so this
so
is
this is
about
about
from
from
me
me
trying to
trying
reach
to reach
out to.
out to
So there
so
is
there is
this
this
hospital,
hospital,
and
and
it
it
gave
gave
this
this
email
email
for
for
the
the
business
business
partner
partner
person,
person,
and
and
I
I
was
was
like,
like,
oh,
oh,
finally
finally
there is
there is
this
this
someone that
someone that
actually
actually
will
will
read my
read my
email.
email,
And I was
and I was
very
very
happy
happy
about it.
about it.
Okay,
Okay,
so I
so I
made the
made the
email,
email,
and
and
5 minutes
5 minutes
afterward,
afterward, I
I received
received
this
this
response.
response,
Yes,
which is
I got
I got
blocked.
blocked.
And
And
this is
this
one
is
thing
one
that
thing that
I am
I am
really
really
curious
curious
about
about
when it
when
comes
it comes to
to me
me
from
from
Indonesia
Indonesia
giving
giving uh,
an
an
email
email to
American
American
business.
businesses like this.
What
What, like,
what
what
has
has
happened to
happened
the
to the
point where
point where
they
they
kind of
kind of
blocked
block
many
many,
many
many,
yeah
yeah,
many of
many
my
of my
emails,
emails.
many
Many
hospitals
hospitals
blocked
block
many
many
my
of my
emails,
emails.
and
And
I
I
am
am
wondering
wondering
what
what
has
has
happened to
happened
the
to the
point where
point where
they
they
blocked
block
Indonesian IP
Indonesian IP
address
address
at least.
at least.
Maybe this
Maybe
is
this
not
is not
only
only
Indonesia,
Indonesia,
also
also
Malaysia,
Malaysia,
also
also
I don't
I
know
don't know
Vietnam, but
Vietnam. But
yeah,
yeah,
why is
why
that?
is that?
I think
I
it
think
is
it is
of
of
course
course
related to
related to
cyber
cyber
attack,
attack,
most
most
likely, or
likely, or
scam,
scam.
yeah,
Yeah,
something
something
around
around
those
those
themes.
themes.
Let's
Let's
move
move
on to
on
the
to the
next
next
thread,
thread,
which
which
is
is
this
this
feature
feature
from Google
from
Docs
Google
might
Docs might
be a
be a
game
game
changer
changer
in a
in
cold
a
email
coding
game.
game.
So I
So I
just
just
tried
tried
this.
this.
In
In
Google
Google
Docs, we
Docs, we
can
can
have
have
this
this
add
add
feature,
feature,
right?
right?
When
When
we
we
type
type
add
add
in
in
with
with
our
our
keyboard,
keyboard,
we have
we have
this
this
option that
option that
might
might
help us,
help us,
such as
such as
calendar and
calendar
then
and then
heading,
heading,
title,
title,
etc. And
etc.
one
And
of
one
them
of
is
them is
this
this
email
email
draft.
draft.
And I was
And I
like,
was like,
man, this
man,
is
this
it.
is it.
This is
This
what
is
I
what I
need
need
for
for
cold
hot
email
email
game.
game.
And I was
And I was
very
very
grateful that
grateful that
Gmail
Gmail
actually
actually
have
have
this
this
feature.
feature.
Google
Google
Docs
Docs
actually have
actually
this
have this
feature.
feature.
However, so
However, so
after
after
I
I
think
think
about it,
about it,
after
after
doing
doing
some
some
cold
hot
emails,
emails,
I
I
realized
realized
that
that
they
feel
like
like
I think
I
it would
think
be
it would be
better if
better if
I
I
kind of
kind of
have
have
this
this
software where
software
I
where I
can
can
just
just
copy
copy
paste
paste
stuff
stuff
and
and
then
then
cold
cold
email
email
the
the
hospital. I
hospital. I
mean,
mean,
it is
it is
only
only
certain
certain
parts
parts
that
that
I've got to
I've got to
change.
change.
such
such
as
as
the
the
name
name
definitely
definitely
and
and
the
the
some
some
personalized
personalized
stuff
stuff
there.
there.
So
So
I
I
believe
believe
it
it
will be
will be
even
even
more
more
fun
fun
if
if
I
I
try to
try to
use
use
template
template
email
email
code
code
G
G
instead of
instead of
using
using
this
this
Google Docs
Google Docs
feature.
feature.
But we'll
But
see
we'll see
about that
about that
later.
later.
Alright,
Alright,
okay, so
okay,
this
so this
thread
thread
is
is
related
related
to
to
the
the
last
last
second
second
two
two
threads,
threads,
to
to
previous
previous
thread,
thread,
and yeah,
and
I
yeah,
got
I got
so I
so I
tried to
tried to
access a
access
certain
certain
website,
website,
hospital
hospital
website,
website,
and
and
they
they
blocked
blocked
me
me
because
because
I'm
I'm
from
from
Indonesia. My
Indonesia. My
IP
IP
address
address
is
is
from
from
Indonesia,
Indonesia,
and
and
I was
I was
stunned
stunned
by
by
this
this
kind of
kind of
message.
message.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
I
think
think
it is
it is
understandable
understandable
because
because
it is
it is
like
like
nearly
nearly
impossible for
impossible for
Indonesian to
Indonesians
need
to need
help
help
from
from
this
this
kind of
kind of
hospital. But
hospital. But
I don't
I
know.
don't
At
know.
least
At least
let
let
me
me
check
check
the
the
website. But
website. But
yeah, I
yeah, I
understand if I
understand if I
cannot
cannot
con-
con-
contact
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 the
the
email
email
address,
address,
but
but
to the
to
point
the
where
point
I
where I
can't
can't
access
access
the
the
website,
website,
it was
it was
quite
quite
surprising.
surprising.
And
And
I
I
guess
guess
that's,
that
I don't
I
know, I
don't know.
have
I
yet
have yet
to
to
understand their
understand their
standpoint in
standpoint
this.
in this,
But
but
it is
it is
their,
their
they can
they
do
can do
whatever they
whatever
want,
they want,
definitely.
definitely.
And
And
here I've
here
just
I've just
discussed
discussed
something with a
something with the
client.
client
I
where I
realized that
realized that
communication is
communication is
kind of
kind of
pain. That's
fair.
what
That's
you
what
try
I
to
try to
make the
make the
communication
communication
part
part
so that
so that
I mean
I mean,
people love
people
it
love
when
it when
everything is
everything is
clear.
clear.
As for this
For this
thread,
thread,
I
I
realized that
realized that
communication is
communication is
kind of
kind of
painful if
painful
not
if not
handled
handled
properly.
properly.
And
And
I
I
think
think
this is
this is
one
one
part
part
where
where
we
we
should
should
be
be
able
able
so
so
good,
good,
especially
especially
because
because
it is
it
in
is
the
in the
business
business
game,
game,
right?
right?
I
I
think
think
we should
we should
listen
listen
better.
better.
The
The
client, at
client,
least
at least
with this
with this
client back
client back
there,
there, he
he kind of
kind of
not
not
very
very
specific,
specific,
not
not
really
really
specific, but
specific,
I
but I
mean
mean
very
very
tidy
tidy
requirements
requirements
when
when
he
he
told me
told me
his
his
problems,
problem,
his
his
requirements.
requirement.
But
But
when
when
I
I
think
think
about it, I
about it,
should
I
have
should have
tried my
tried my
best
best
to
to
make
make
everything
everything
tidy up
tidy up
so it
so it
will be
will be
clear
clear
for
for
everything
everything
that
that
he
he
wants.
wants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
make
make
sure
sure
the
the
communication
communication
part is
part is
so
so
damn
damn
easy.
easy.
I
I
think
think
that's
that's
one
one
thing
thing
that
that
AI,
I think
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
one
One thing
thing that
that
for
for
me
me
at
at
least,
least
I we
we
are
are
in
in
the
the
age
age
of
of
AI
AI
right
right
now.
now, and I
I realize
realize
that
that
sometimes
sometimes
communication
communication
with
with
AI
AI
feels
feels
like
like
will
will
be
be
painful.
painful,
And
and
I,
I
yeah,
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
why,
why,
but
but
AI
AI
answers
answers
kind
kind
of
of
not
not
based
based
on
on
their
their
story
story
or
or
on
on
their
their
experience.
experience.
It
It
is
is
through
through
collective
collective
information.
information.
So
So
sometimes,
sometimes,
okay,
okay,
this
this
is
is
communication
communication
part,
part,
right?
right?
I
I
think
think
in the
in
future,
future,
instead
instead
of,
of,
let's
let's
say
say
I
I
have
have
some
some
kind
kind
of
of
company
company
and
and
I
I
want
want
to
to
make
make
a
a
website,
website,
I
I
probably
probably
will
would
just
just
go
go
to,
to,
I
I
probably
probably
will
will
go
go
to
to
certain
certain
tools,
tools,
type
type
what
what
I
I
want,
want,
give them, give
give
it
it
my
my
requirements,
requirements,
and
and
boom,
boom,
the
the
website
website
will
will
exist.
exist. And I feel like the
The
communication
communication
should
should
be
be
so
so
easy.
easy. Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know,
man.
man. I think the communication
It's,
is quite interesting because
I
I
saw
saw
in a
in a
certain
certain
survey
survey
about
about
what
what
is
is
the
the most
most, the
the
hardest
hardest
problem
problem
as
as
a
a
software
software
engineer.
engineer,
And
and
it
it
turns
turns
out
out
it
it
is
is
actually
actually
about
about
communication
communication
stuff.
stuff.
I
I
know
know
that
that
it
it
is
is
about
about
communication
communication
stuff,
stuff,
but
but
I
I
don't
don't
really have
have
any
any
story
story
related
related to this
particular
particular
problem.
problem.
I
I
don't
don't
really
really
have
have
an
an
experience
experience
about
about
this
this communication problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel
they're
like,
like,
man,
man,
I
I
felt
felt
wasted
wasted sometimes because
because
I
I really
really
didn't
didn't
have
have
that
that
experience
experience about communication
communication
in
of
software
an
engineering or
whatever.
whatever.
And
And
I
I
think
think
that
that
is
is
one
one
thing
thing
that
that
I
I
really
really should
try
try to
for
explore,
having
tackling
that
this
kind
kind
of,
of problem.
or
Or
at
at least
least I
I
believe
believe
I
I
will
will
face
face
that
that
problem
problem
sometimes
sometime
later.
later.
And
And
I
I
need to
need to
face
face
it
it
quickly
quickly
now
now
in
in
order
order
to
to
save
save
my
my
time. I
time.
want to, yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
think
I
I
want to
want to
face
face
that
that
problem
problem
as
as
quickly as
quickly as
possible
possible
if
if
I
I
can.
can.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
communication is
communication is
quite
quite
fascinating,
fascinating
and
and
I
I
wish
wish
I
I
can
can
train it
try
further.
further.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
let's
move
move
on to
on to
the
the
next
next
one,
one,
which
which
is
is
sometimes
sometimes
I feel
after
so
so
afraid
afraid
to
to
ask
ask
an
an
open-ended
open-ended
question
question
in
in
chat.
chat.
I think I
I
should
should
get
get
used
used
to
to
it,
it,
but
but
I
I
think
think
this
this
is
is
particularly
particularly
when
true
I
when I
talk
talk
to
to
people
people
with
with
power.
power.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is
really
really
quite
quite
something
something
here.
here.
So
So
when we
when we
talk to
talk to
people
people
in
in
power, we
power, we
kind of
kind of
really
really
careful
careful
with
with
our
our
message.
message.
It's
It's
so
so
really
really
weird
weird
when
when
we
we
have
have
someone
someone
in
in
too,
too,
when
when
we
we
give
give
someone
someone
too
too
much
much
power, it
power, it
feels
feels
like
like
they, the
the
communication
communication
part
part
becomes
becomes
harder
harder
actually.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because
we
we
are
are
afraid to
afraid to
hurt
hurt
their
their
feeling,
feeling
or we
or we
are
are
afraid to
afraid to
make
make
them
them
feel
feel
bothered
bothered
or
or
whatever.
whatever.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
though
so
about
about
this
this
communication
communication
with
with
people
people
in
in
power.
power.
Well,
Well,
to be
to be
honest,
honest,
I
I
don't
don't
really
really
have
have
that
that
experience
experience
where
where
I
I
am
am
in
in
power,
power,
but
but
it
it
is
is
quite
quite
difficult
difficult
when
when
they
they
are
are
in
in
power.
power.
Something
Something
that
that
I
I
should
should
figure
figure
out,
out
that
definitely.
communicating
Communicating
with
with
people
people
in
in
power.
power.
And
And
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
In
In
business
business
game,
game,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
when
when
it
it
comes
comes
to
to
client
client
and
and
stuff,
stuff,
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
I
I
don't.
don't
To
know.
be
To be
honest,
honest,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Well,
Well,
my
my
first
first
client,
client
it
it
is
is
actually
actually
my
my
kind of
kind of
classmate,
classmate,
so I
so I
can
can
talk
talk
casually
casually
with
with
him.
him.
But
But
I
I
never
never
talk
talk
with
with
someone
someone
super
super
old.
old.
But
But
this
this
type
type
of
of
people
people
in
in
power
power
usually
usually
happens
happens
in
in
government
government or
school,
school
because
because
the
the
bureaucracy is
bureaucracy is
so
so
damn
damn
high
high
there.
there.
But I
But I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I
I
never
never
been
been
in
in
a
a
in
in
power
power
before.
before, so
Cannot
cannot
really
really
relate
relate
with.
with this problem. And
One
one
thing
thing
that
that you
should
should
stop
stop
uh,
uh,
to
to
the
the
next
next
thread.
step.
You
You
know,
know,
in
in
tech
tech
world,
world,
instead
instead
of
of
paying
paying
for,
for teach you something, the others to do something for you, blah blah blah.
I
So
think
you
we can
can
opt to
opt to
buy
buy
technologies.
technologies that is nothing from the market
And
instead of paying for.
so
So
I
I
think
think
one
one
of
of
my
my
realization
realization
about
about
this
this
is
is
that,
that
so
so
in
in
order
order
to
to
save
save
time,
time,
we
we
can
can
either
either
pay
pay
people
people
to
to
do
do
something
something
that
that
we
we
love.
love.
So
So
time
time
is
is
the
the
thing
thing
that
that
we
we
want
want
to
to
optimize
optimize
here,
here,
okay?
okay?
So
So
let's
let's
say
say
we
we
want
want
to
to
learn
learn
a
a
skill.
skill.
If
If
we
we
know
know
that
that
if
if
we
we
take
take
this
this
certain
certain
course,
course, we
then
can.
so
So
let's
let's
say
say
we
we
do it
do it
without
without
a
a
teacher, we
teacher,
do
we
it,
do it,
how
how
do I
do I
say
say
it?
it?
Self-taught
Self-taught
through
through
YouTube,
YouTube,
whatever,
whatever,
or
or
etc.
etc.
Maybe we
Maybe we
can
can
read
read
in a
in a
year
year
or
or
2 years,
2 years or
whatever
whatever
years.
years.
Let's
Let's
say
say
two
two
years,
years,
okay,
okay,
2 years,
2 years
self-taught.
self-taught.
But
But
if
if
we
we
took a
took a
certain
certain
course,
course,
maybe
maybe
it
it
could
could
be
be
like,
like
we
you
can
can
say
say
6 months,
6 months,
so we
so we
can
can
learn the
learn the
thing
thing
that we
that we
want
want to learn
in
in
six
six
months.
months.
That's
That's
why
why
we
we
bought a
bought a
course.
course.
And
And
yeah,
yeah,
so
so
far
far
the
the
only
only
course
course
that
that
I
I
didn't
didn't
regret
regret to buy
buying was
was from
James.
Indian.
Quite
Quite
fascinating
fascinating
about
about
the
the
art
art
of
of
communication.
communication there.
Also
Also
about
about
this
this
spend
spend
more
more money
of
of
my
my
time
time
technology
technology
instead
instead
of,
of,
yeah,
yeah,
one
one
thing
thing
that
that
I
I
realized is
realized is
that
that
we
we
can
can
buy
buy
people.
people.
One
One
service
service
that
that
we
we
really
really
should
should
pay
pay
is,
is,
I
I
think,
think,
cleaning
cleaning
service
service
or
or
laundry
laundry
service
service
or
or
whatever,
whatever
food
food
service
service
thing,
thing,
because
because
cooking
cooking
or
or
cleaning a
cleaning a
house
house
or
or
doing
doing
laundry
laundry
would
would
will
will
take a
take a
lot of
lot of
time,
time,
and
and
it
it's
better,
better,
and
and
energy.
energy.
That's
That's
one
one
thing
thing
that
that
I
I
want to
want to
emphasize.
emphasize.
Not
Not
only
only
time
time
but
but
energy.
energy.
Energy is
Energy is
actually
actually
the
the
ultimate
ultimate
stuff
stuff
here,
here,
because
because
I
I
had
had
this
this
experience
experience
where in
where
the
in the
morning
morning
I
I
tried
tried
to
to
clean
clean
everything,
everything,
but
but
after I
after I
had
had
done
done
cleaning
cleaning
stuff,
stuff,
I
I
got
got
tired
tired
when
when
I
I
want
want
to
to
do
do
the
the
thing
thing
that
that
makes
makes
the
the
difference.
difference.
So
So
I
I
guess
guess
people that
people
I
that I
really
really
should
should
pay
pay
firstly
firstly
is
is
this
this
laundry,
laundry,
cleaning,
cleaning,
and
and
food.
food.
Also
Also
about
about
this,
this,
and
and
one thing
one
that
thing
I
that I
realized
realized
also is
also is
we
we
should
should
buy
buy
technology
technology
instead.
instead.
So
So
maybe we
maybe we
can
can
both
go to
this
this
tool,
tool,
maybe
maybe
I
I
bought
bought
this
this
designing
designing
tool
tool
or
or
scraping
scraping
tool
tool
or
or
whatever
whatever
tool
tool
to
to
get
get
information
information
quicker,
quicker,
something
something
that's
that's
really
really
also
also
fascinating.
fascinating.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
and
and
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
I
I
should
should
more
more
emphasize
emphasize
myself in
myself
the
in the
technology
technology
part when
part
it
when it
comes to
comes to
software
software
engineering,
engineering,
because
because
there
there
are
are
too
too
many
many
courses
courses
in the
in the
YouTube.
YouTube.
So
So
buying
buying
courses is
courses
actually a
actually a
waste of
waste of
money.
money.
Instead,
Instead,
I
I
should
should
buy
buy
technology
technology
that
that
will
will
help
help
me
me
going
going
faster.
faster.
So
So
buy a
buy
technology.
technology.
So
So
a
a
message to
message
my
to my
future
future
self is
self is
that
that
buy
buy
technology
technology
instead of
instead of
a
a
course.
course.
Buy
Buy
technology.
technology.
Buy
Buy
a
a
software
software
service,
service
website, or
website or
whatever.
whatever.
I think
Think
that's
that's
all
all
for
for
today's
today's
podcast.
podcast.
Feel
Feel
like
like
I
I
should do
should do
something
something
else
else
right
right
now.
now.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
goodbye.
goodbye.
Assalamualaikum
Assalamualaikum
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.